This episode of Fluff Dragon Art is brought to you by my incredible patrons, including the epically generous Shepherd Shield, Fanta the Ghost Dragon, Gigabit the Saved Gamer, Queen Haiku, D. Birch, Sharp Wit, Rocky Harmony, and Kira Ledmoon. If you would like to get your personalized consultations, get featured in my videos, have your channel art and logos professionally done by yours truly, and a bunch of other awesome stuff tailored to your creative business, go to patreon.com/fluffdragonart or click the link in the description below. Everyone has been literally losing their heads over this whole YouTube COPPA situation. While this is definitely a concern, it isn't a concern in the way most people think. I'll let you know how coming right up. Hi, I'm Lonnie, your Fluff Dragon Overlord. If you want to grow your creative business and learn how to make a living doing what you love without having to get out of your pajamas or go to the office, join the Fluffs Against Free Art movement now by clicking the subscribe button and ringing the bell. There have been so many complaints against both YouTube and COPPA after the settlement. I've seen people say YouTube threw their creators under the bus. I've heard people call COPPA nothing but a bunch of ignorant boomers. I've seen creators leave the YouTube platform altogether. There's a wave of absolute insanity, and I'll admit, I was part of it. I had one of the biggest panic attacks of my life over this stupid situation that lasted days. Not minutes, not hours, freaking days. My husband was severely concerned about me. I couldn't focus on anything else. It was scary. I've spent 2 years building up my channel, and I'm very passionate about its purpose in building the confidence of creators and creating communication between artists and their clients. Just let me start out by saying this. The FTC has officially come out to say that art and animation isn't just for kids, and they acknowledge this. YouTube, on the other hand, seems to be a little confused as to what is kid-directed and what is family-friendly or for general audiences. All of this is honestly just going to be yet another one of those things, like demonetization, where it's going to be obnoxious, but not the end of the world if we as creators are intelligent about our content and our marketing, etc. No. The problem arises out of the government dictating to companies how to run their businesses. Now, this isn't to say governments shouldn't catch companies who are doing things that are legitimately terrible, such as, fraud, kidnapping, murder, theft, etc. They totally should. However, it isn't the government's job to make sure, for example, children are safe. That's the parents. I have 2 kiddos myself. I know how hard it is to be a parent. It is so tempting to sit them in front of a screen so you can just have a moment to yourself. A moment of peace and quiet. A moment to de-stress so you don't completely lose your mind. You still have a responsibility to protect them, though. Of course, we don't want to become those parents whose children are so bubble-wrapped from the world that when they leave the house, they don't even know how to wipe their own nose. But we do want to be aware of the activities they are participating in and teach them how to navigate the internet safely. And let's face it, they probably aren't going to do that by themselves until after they leave the house, and even then it's hit or miss. Parents, the internet is not a babysitter. You cannot rely on content creators to entertain your children to your specifications all the time. You wouldn't let your child play in the front yard without supervision until they knew the rules backwards and forwards and upside down. It should be the same approach to the online community. Too many times have I come across children who have immediately revealed their ages, real names, locations, and all other kinds of personal and private information without my even asking. Even when I was a first-time nobody who just made a brand new account on Amino all those years ago. I have gotten after each person who did that, and I told them to talk to their parents. I'm honestly rather glad they came to me, because some people aren't so rigid about children's safety, and others are downright predatory. My kids aren't even allowed a device until they are at least 13 years old. And even then, you'd better believe there will be parental controls on it. You can tell I'm so passionate about this because I keep freaking stuttering over my words. Look, unless there's abuse, neglect, or other serious issues involved, the government should never have a say in how a child is raised. That is the parent's job, period. On top of that, unless there is fraud or theft or other serious issues involved, the government should not have a say in how businesses are run either. And that is between the business person and the customer. If we wanted YouTube to change, we as creators should have come out and said so. And don't tell me you can't unite the creators because we're too many, because we are currently approaching 800,000 signatures on the Save Family Friendly Content petition and 200,000 well thought out comments on the FTC regulations board. And yes, I know a lot of creators have actually come out and called YouTube on their crap, but let's be honest, a lot of them have been really small creators. And the one time I've actually seen a really big creator like Markiplier come out and say something about YouTube having a serious issue, they did get right on it. Trust me, if we had wanted YouTube to change, we could have spoken up with a lot of power. But no, we waited until the government came in to do anything about it. Before you guys get all up in arms saying, yeah, well, we need the government to keep these big companies in check, I'm going to give you a little heads up. Those laws in place for those businesses, big companies have lawyers out the wazoo who will find loopholes, or like YouTube did, will simply settle for paying what is to them literally what taking a sick day would be to you. Us little business owners, you know, the ones who are simply trying to get a little extra cash so we can pay rent or pay for little Jimmy to have piano lessons, we don't have those lawyers. So we end up suffering from those big laws. COPPA was put into place so sites like Google couldn't collect data on kids. Guess what? They were collecting data anyway, and when they got caught, they passed the buck onto us, the little guys, because they could. What needs to happen, instead of putting these big giant laws into place that are only going to slap the big guys on the wrist while strangling those of us who are just trying to make ends meet, is that the consumers, the people who use these platforms, you know, us, we need to be more unified and vocal about our grievances in a professional and concise manner, as literally no one is going to listen to some rando whining in all caps that things are unfair, but won't give any details or specifics other than, my channel has 100 subscribers and this other guy has millions. We as creators are not each other's enemies or competition or adversaries. We're in this together. We are strong together. And if we only get bots that respond to us, fine. We will show the bots that what needs to happen. YouTube used to be accused of not favoring original animations. Now we have creators like VivzyPop, Dragon Fox Girl, Jaden Animations, Odd Ones Out, and a slew of others who have risen to the top of the creative pool. YouTube's video editor was once criticized for being clunky and bare bones. Now it's still crap, let's be honest, but it's better than it was before. YouTube put together an entire series of how to create quality content and take advantage of the bots they've put in place, talking to creators who have already succeeded in the community. So, you can sit there and whine and complain about how YouTube sucks and that you want another platform that, let's be honest, probably isn't going to be made unless you're going to take the time to make it. Or you can suck it up, Buttercup, and do your best on your own channel to make this place the best gosh dang creative community the world has ever seen. Believe it or not, we are the ones in control. It's simply a matter of getting off our lazy butts and doing something. I'm probably gonna get a lot of rage in the comments for this video, but you know what? Bring it on. Let me have it. At least it's opening up the discussion and bringing new points to light, unless, you know, you're one of those people who approach an argument by saying, screw you, you stupid fluffy dragon, no one asked your opinion. And if you are, I still love you anyway. Stay fluffy, my friends. See you next time.